And so that's how I grew feathers.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Hi there, my name's Shadia Monaklani and you're watching We Barely Know You, the show where we get to learn a little bit more about our Bridgeland staff on a more personal level. Today we're joined by the one and only Coach Falls.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first question, what do you do here at Bridgeland?
So I'm an in-class support teacher for U.S. History, and I'm also the head cheerleading coach and assistant track and field coach.
Awesome. If you weren't teaching and coaching, what would you be doing?
I think I'd want to be a runner, a professional athlete.
Interesting. Where are you from?
I'm from right here in Cypress. I actually grew up in CFISD. I went to Emmett Elementary, Campbell Middle School, and I graduated from Cy Falls.
Amazing. Since you're in such like a close-knit community, was there someone who like helped fuel your passion for coaching and teaching?
Well, being an athlete, I've always wanted to coach, and then my grandma was a teacher, and so back in Lubbock, and so I used to go visit her in the summers, and she would take me to her school and that kind of thing, and so I just bit the education bug.
That's really sweet. So we were talking earlier, and you said that you had been coaching for 12 years.
Correct.
So prior to that, how long have you been doing cheer and track?
Well, I started track in kindergarten. I was actually in Girl Scouts, and they have like a track meet every year. And that's kind of when I discovered that I was faster than the boys in elementary school. And so that's kind of where track started. And then in third grade, I started cheerleading right here in Cypress at Cypress Sports Association. And so it just continued on from there all the way through cheering at Baylor.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes.
So it seems like you really have a passion for sports, for cheer and track specifically.
Yes.
I'm actually Asian, and I sometimes can get judged for like my passions and what I enjoy. Was there any, and I don't mean to offend, but was there any like backlash you faced or adversity you faced in cheerleading and track?
I think a little bit in cheerleading in high school, just because I feel like people sometimes judge things they don't understand. And I was one of very few African-American students who were a part of the cheerleading program. Luckily, I feel like our program here at Bridgeland is so much more diverse, and more people are getting involved in cheer, and that's really exciting.
Definitely, definitely. Your family seems to be a little bit important to you, at least from your grandma so far. Did you have like support from her or somebody else in your family, or just in general, who really supported you in cheer and track?
Oh yeah, I have a very tight-knit family. Even my extended family, like cousins and all of them, we're all very, very close. Everyone's in Texas somewhere mostly. And so as much as we can get together, we love to get together and be a family.
Oh, I love that. My family's not as close. We are kind of like spread out throughout the whole states.
Okay,
So
awesome.
it's a little bit difficult. But since your family seems like so close-knit, were you guys at least able to keep in touch over the pandemic?
It's gotten better as the pandemic has gotten better, I guess, if you could call it getting better. At the beginning, I think I was super scared, and my parents are up in age, and so I was more scared to be around them, just because, you know, we're coming to work, being around all these thousands of people. And then my mom actually ended up passing away earlier in the pandemic, and so like having her funeral outside, like, you know, it was just a very different experience.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Oh, thanks.
Was there anything like that you learned from the pandemic, just coming out of it all?
Oh, for sure, because I feel like I was so paranoid about like getting my parents sick that like they didn't come over, I didn't go over there. And so now I'm kind of like, forget it all. Like, let's just be happy and see the people you love, tell them you love them, and seize the day.
Seize the day, is that kind of like your New Year's resolution?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Take advantage of every moment you have with your people. It's short.
Yeah. Well, I'm really sorry that you've had to like face all of that in such a short time span.
Thank you.
To lighten it up a little bit, what are your hobbies? What do you do to enjoy?
So I enjoy running. I'm also, well, a wannabe crafter. I have a Cricut that I got a few years ago from my husband for Christmas, but I'm still an amateur at it. Like, even though my friend has shown me how to use it like 100 times, I'm still like, okay, now how do I make these words? So,
Learning process, always
Yes.
learning curves. So I also heard you were in a pretty fun club in high school, or middle school?
Middle school, yes.
Would you like to share a little bit about that?
Yes, I was in a pantomime troupe, actually. It was pretty epic. We did a whole Mission Impossible performance. It was great.
You want to perform a little bit for us here?
Sure.
All right, so it's time for the speed round.
okay.
So, clowns or mimes?
Mimes.
Snickers or Kit Kat?
Kit Kat, because I'm allergic to peanuts.
Really?
Yes.
That's so sad.
Everyone says that, but I've never eaten one, so I don't know.
Well, I should hope not. You're allergic. Anyways, Coke or Pepsi?
Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
MySpace or Facebook?
Facebook.
Beach or the mountains?
Beach.
All right, so that's all the questions I have for you today.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so glad we got to know you a little bit better.
Anytime.
And thank you guys for joining. My name's Jadia Monaklani with BHS Productions, and see y'all later.